Alrighty guys, everyone is going crazy about Andrew Tate, so I thought watch some of the clips and see what he is about. So I've just put in Andrew Tate's most controversial clips, so let's go.
Let me change that. You will only even acknowledge he exists if he's ignored how he feels 99% of the time before that. Because if he was sad most of the time before that, he never would have got to a place where he could attract a woman like you. The man who works in Starbucks, who's sad all the time, you won't reply to him. Neither will any other female. So for women to come along and pretend they give a about the fact that most men are basically invisible.
I agree to that. Most men are invisible. I agree to that. Yeah, females get a lot more attention, obviously. Like you can see it on Instagram. Like even the average girl gets more likes and more views and on their stories or whatever. And guys have it less. I guess there's more guys watching girls as well. I don't know. Anyway, but definitely, yeah, that kind of is true. So yeah, men are more invisible.
Hey, you can be a 4, overweight, fat, you'll still go to the club and get attention. 99% of the men go to the club and nobody even fucking talks to them. And they try.
Yeah, I mean, if you go to the club, no matter who you are as a girl, you will get a guy come up to you and say, hi, how you doing, what's going on, trying to, essentially get your number, buy you a drink, all that, because there are a lot of desperate men.
They try and talk to a girl, they get blanked and ignored and told to most men are absolutely and utterly invisible. This is the truth about masculinity, right? It's very easy for women to...
I've been in a situation where I can say hi to a girl and she's like, not interested. Like, I wasn't offering you anything, girl. What are you talking about?
Sit here and complain about the top 2% of men because I dealt with this guy, he's arrogant, blah, 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 blah. Most men don't even exist. They send 10,000 DMs and never even get read, let alone replied to. So if you just sit here and say, I'll get a big G, a boss, a millionaire, and let him have a day off, very nice of you. I'm sure you would. Yeah. But if a guy who wanted to have days off all the time, he never would have got important enough in the first place to attract a woman like you. And that is the reality. As a man, it's player versus player. It's ultimately competitive. And as a man, you have to outcompete the other men who are prepared to get up and do it anyway. That's how it works. There's no such thing as saying, I'm sad, I need 2 weeks off. Not as a man if you want to be important. I mean, if 12 tigers...
I mean, if you want to be... that's subjective, right? If you want to be important in the eyes of the society, in the eyes of yourself, what does it mean to be important? There are definitely lots of bums who, don't work and they just kind of go on their daily life without, I guess, hard work, and they still get girls, they still enjoy. And I think it's, to be honest, it's all about what you look like in a way. So more importantly, it's probably the vibe that you bring. So, if you're fun, if you're interesting, yeah. But if you're poor and you still look good and you're fun, you still get girls. They probably buy you stuff as well because people want to be around people who they enjoy and who they have fun with. So yeah, but that competing and working hard and not being able to take a couple of weeks off and all that, I don't know.
Tigers attack me and I managed to defeat 11 in unarmed combat with my Aikido, and the last tiger gets my neck. That's a fine way for Tate to die.
You cheater, you cheating. It's bang out the machete, boom in her face, and then grip her up by the neck. Like, shut up, bitch! Why would you suck dick for...
Yeah, I don't know if that... So this is the part, I actually saw this before. He's basically... I don't know, that's quite violent, right? I don't know if he's playing, he's probably just acting. He's trying to be controversial to, get more views. He's probably the smartest marketer in the world right now because he's got himself so big and so popular, and it's all resulting in some sales in his course. So he's making bank. He's making money. But I don't know, like... violence against women, like violence against anyone really, but if you're in a situation and the girl you're with doesn't respect you or just whatever the situation is, just leave her. You don't have to put up with that. You don't need to do anything to her. You don't need to, and just leave. That you shouldn't have time to put up with that bullshit anyway. So just leave and forget it. Forget it. Is ever actually have happened before. So just leave it.
Because I love doing it. What the fuck? I don't like. What the fuck? I love sucking dick. Why would
Yeah,
I?
but you have no future with these men, so why not at least get paid for it, right?
I am getting paid for it on fucking OnlyFans. I don't need them to pay me. I make way more than they could ever give me.
They get paid twice. I don't believe in
I don't know what that one's about. She's like, I love sucking dick. Okay, good for you. Yeah, I enjoy having mine as well.
depression. Don't message me about depression because I don't believe in it. If you're asleep in your bed in the middle of the night and you hear a noise and you believe in ghosts, now you're afraid. But if you don't believe in ghosts, it's the wind and you go back to sleep. You give the ghosts power by believing in them. Your house is only haunted if you believe in ghosts. Belief is a powerful thing. If I were to stand in front of you and I were to tell you that I could punch you as hard as I can in your sternum and I could fracture it and send a splinter into your heart, would you allow me to try? You wouldn't, because I believe I can. I believe I can hurt any man on the planet, and that's why people are afraid of me. And you believe depression is a crippling disease, and that's why you're afraid of it.
I don't think everyone's afraid of him. Obviously, he was an MMA fighter and all that. But anyway, look, they talk about depression. So there are definitely some people who struggle with depression significantly. And it is that, it's been proven obviously that it is that chemical imbalance and all that, right? So I sometimes struggle with depression, lack of motivation myself. But it is correlated directly to my purpose. So if you're I guess I agree, because if you are doing what you think you should be doing and you want to be doing and you're happy about that, there's a less chance of you I guess being depressed or being sad. But then there has been times where everything is going well and everything is amazing, and then I personally don't feel so good. So I don't know, that it's a complex topic. It's bullshit just to say, oh, it doesn't exist, I don't believe in it, so it doesn't exist. It's the same with with COVID, right? Everyone was like, oh, I don't believe in it. Well, it's there. It maybe wasn't as dangerous, but then I don't know, maybe it was the vaccinations. Anyway, we can go deep into that, but the point is, you can't just say depression doesn't exist, so I'm not gonna believe in it, so I'm not gonna struggle with it. And everybody else who he's struggling with it, they probably look at you and be like, what are you talking about? It's a struggle. I've personally struggled with depression, and I know a lot of other people who have. So, but the most important thing is you got to do something about it. You got to seek help. You got to even just reflecting on your life and just doing something for yourself, making sure that you are happy is important.
If I wanted to start an OnlyFans.
I don't think there's anything intrinsically wrong with women doing OnlyFans, as long as I had influence and control over it.
What do you mean? Doing a video photographer and get the angles, yeah?
No. I'm not doing any real work, but just taking all the money. Huh? If my chick said, I want to do OnlyFans, I'm like, all right, then cool, go do it. How much you made? 10 grand, all right, give me 8. All right, cool.
What woman is going to give you 8 grand?
You're my woman, you're doing OnlyFans, you're selling my product. What the fuck?
Okay, obviously, he is talking shit here. Look, I'm pretty sure that they are both on this, talking as controversial as possible, saying the craziest stuff to get clips and make it go viral. That's the purpose. Like, people just talking boring stuff, obviously they're not gonna go viral, right? And we love to hear this kind of crazy shit as well. But doing OnlyFans, yeah, if you were my girlfriend, you won't be my girlfriend, because I just think it's, I guess, not very smart. I like intelligent girls who are using their brain to get their money rather than selling their body. But it is I guess do you. It is becoming more normal now. So, you know, if you're looking on Instagram, like there's a lot of people basically just, you know, selling a little bit of sexuality in a way to get people to go to OnlyFans and pay for the rest of it. So, yeah, it makes sense. But then for him to say she needs to give him all the money, man, you need to come to an agreement. Maybe for the guy to put up with that, he deserves 5 to 10%, but that can be negotiated if they're together. But if she's single and all that, right, you do you, 100% profit in your pocket. Man, I'm actually jealous in a way. You know, if I had some massive, you know, I would probably, would I? Maybe not, but man, you never know. Money is good, and a lot of it easily is even better.
Products.
Yes,
The
correct.
women, she's not
Next
your
question.
possession. No. I don't know if you're being serious.
I'm totally serious. How would I let my chick do OnlyFans and keep all the money? That's disrespectful.
What woman is ever going to give you that?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree with that, because if it's your girlfriend and she's doing it, but then if you let her do it, then it, because I would just say no. If you want to be together, I don't accept that. You know, I don't want that. Why? Because it's a bit, I don't know. I think it's a bit shameful still. I don't want all my friends in the whole world seeing her titties and her ass and, you know, all the details. So probably no. Yeah, but giving a percentage, that sounds fair actually. It'd be like, hey, but then it's the same, because like I work and I earn my money, and you know, I spend it on dinners and drinks and food and out and holidays and things like that. So that is kind of same way. So she could not give the money like, you know, cash, but she could spend on things. So yeah, that's a complicated one.
Duh.
Imagine one day you're sitting in Paris and you're having a fucking coffee, and terrorists roll through with AKs, and the person next to you has their brains blown out. You're gonna stand there and be like, waiting to die like a motherfucker. I'm gonna be like, bang, oh, seen that before. Okay, boom, boom, duck and dive in, take one terrorist out, next get the AK, go Rambo, take out all of fucking Pakistan with a Jeep.
I don't think the world has ever been equal. That the modern society.
Oh yeah, that sounded like what? So you're telling me if there was a situation that you're going to fight, and probably not, mate. You're probably going to be the first one who's going to throw a girl in front of you, right? Yeah, I don't know about that. But then Pakistani, fuck, come on, man. That's a little bit racist. Yeah, not all Pakistanis are terrorists. In fact, mostly are Arabs, and Pakistanis are not Arabs, right? So anyway, yeah, that is that's a funny one.
The society we live in has been built by men. Let's cut the crap. All the roads you see, all the buildings you see, everything around you, men built. All of it. When women come along and say, oh, we're just as important, you are just as important, but you had a completely different role. You fulfilled a different role in society. And I think now, if you look at the roles of society, I believe men are still doing their job, but I don't know if women are doing their job. Men are still out here building the modern world. But when they come home now, the girl's like, oh, why should I cook for you?
Would you be with me if I'd slept with over 50?
Yeah, okay. So that's he's talking shit again, man. Men definitely, yeah, build the world. A lot of the, you know, physical labor is still being done by men. If you go on a construction site, you'll see majority is men. There are some females, and you know, we got a few females here and there, but majority are still male. So, but to say that, you know, I don't know, that cooking part and all that, you know, yeah, it depends. If you're both working, if you're both coming home from work tired, then why does she need to cook? I mean, I enjoy cooking myself, so sometimes I cook better than the girl I date. So I'm talking about right now, just in general. I guess that's part of it as well. You know, a lot of females these days don't really know how to cook that well, because they, you know, maybe because it's just so easy and cheap to eat out. That's part of it, I guess. But anyway, the fact that many females are not like cooking, but then if you're both working, I don't know. I'd say Come on a schedule. Like I cook Monday, Tuesday, you cook Wednesday and Thursday, and we go from there. That's a way to deal with it. Or just eat out every day. Or get a chef. Get a chef. It's not that hard. I think it's not that expensive, depending on where you live.
Would you be with me if I'd slept with over 50 men? I'm a high value woman, right?
How can you be high value if 50 men have slept with you?
If I've just been single for a long time.
No, unacceptable.
Why is it unacceptable?
Somewhere on this planet.
Yeah, I don't know. If the girl has slept with a lot of guys, it's just something unattractive about this. It's just the fact that, I don't know, if the guy thinks that, you know, this girl's been with so many guys, so that turns you off a little bit. Yeah. The fact that it's easy, it is so easy. As a girl, it's so easy to sleep with men. It is so easy. All you gotta do is you go on Tinder, and you basically, even if you are the, you know, very average girl, you're gonna get people who match with you, and that's it. They're horny as fuck. So you just meet them and boom, it's done. As a guy, I mean, look at me. I'm an average guy. Not the most, you know, handsome looking guy, not the ugliest. But it's hard. Online dating is hard. I don't do it because it's just not my thing, and you know, I don't see much results. So yeah, it's hard. But as a girl, it's easy. So if you've had sex with a lot of guys as a girl, it's not really an accomplishment in a way, because it's not that hard to fuck a guy. It's easy. But as a guy, to be able to get a girl, get her attention, wanting her to kind of want to have sex with you, is not easy. It's not easy, especially for the, you know, for most kind of like for average guys, or for guys in their early 20s who, you know, who are not the most good looking. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult. And once you start having more money, and it's a bit easier, but still, there's a lot of hardworking, high income guys who don't get laid. So that's because I guess they have to just pay for it, right? So one way or another, either for dinner or for the actual interaction in a brothel.
There is someone who is your age, may look a bit like you, who was just given some bad fucking news. Either they were just given a cancer diagnosis and given 2 weeks to live, or the police just knocked on the door and said, your family's dead. Yeah, a cement truck ran them all over. They're splattered all over the road. My family? Yeah, all of them. I guarantee a bomb in Syria or a chemical attack in Yemen. There's someone your age who just got given some bad fucking news. And if you were to sit there and explain to them your problems, they would swap lives with you in a heartbeat. And this is what most of you motherfuckers don't understand. You're not grateful for what you have because you don't understand and don't anticipate that there's someone out there who would do anything to have what you have. I'm not even talking about me with my Lambo and my beautiful women and all my shit. I'm talking about just a normal, safe life where you can watch Tate Speech YouTube videos and no one's gonna bomb your house. There are people who would do anything to trade with you. And if you were to sit there and try and explain to them all your problems, yeah, but you don't want to, I'm depressed and I have no girlfriend and it's hard to make money and my life's hard, and you were to tell them all your stupid reasons that you don't like your life, they'd sit there and listen to them all and go, okay, yeah, no problem, let's swap. And they'd sign on the dotted line.
I agree with that. Totally agree with that. If you're living in the West, especially, if you're living anywhere in Europe, if you got access to the internet, you got food and shelter, there are a lot of people who are suffering in the world. From my travels, going all around the world, I saw a lot of, poverty, and especially in Philippines, it was very intense. Like, that changed my life. That video, if you haven't seen it, I can list it in the pinned comments. Check it out. It is deep. But yeah, most of our problems are not real problems. Like, you know, oh, my internet is too slow, or I have to like walk too far to get to buy food, or oh, my rent has gone up 5 to 10%. Like, there are people who let's say in Iran right now, you go to the grocery shop, you buy some food now, next week it's 20% more expensive, 30% more expensive. Hyperinflation, you know, it's hard to get a job. That's, you know, I know this because I was born in Iran, so I know about that. But yeah, essentially there are a lot of people, and that's actually relatively a good place still. There are so much worse places right now, and yeah, if you think you've got it hard, just yeah, go to the Philippines. Go to the Philippines, and your life will change. You'll never complain again. That's actually one of the most, like, the comments that I got the most on that video was that, oh my God, I can't believe this is how people are living. I'll never complain again. Feel content, all that stuff. So I agree with that. I agree with that. And I think that's something about this guy. Like, he's saying some crazy shit, but he also says some stuff that makes sense. So I guess he can sell some courses. That's part of that's all he's doing, right? You know, he's trying to sell his course.
Some child is outside enjoying their life, playing with toys and smiling in the sunshine and having fun. I hate happiness. I hate happy children. Anyway, you're all losers. We've discussed this before. I'm the king of the world.
No. You don't.
Okay. Is he just trolling? Pretty sure he is, because, you know, he's just saying random shit like that. Obviously, he doesn't believe he's the king of the world.
Go to the club with your friends. I don't know what kind of bitch-ass dude is letting his chicks go to the club with her friends without him. No. You stay in the house. You don't go nowhere. You're not, no restaurants, no clubs, nothing.
Because life for a man.
Okay, yeah, this is messed up. So basically, you're gonna lock your girl inside the house and not let her go anywhere? What the fuck? What is wrong? Okay, I think that's why he got cancelled. What? This is insane. So, if your girlfriend is going to the clubs every week, all the time, and she's like, you know, getting drunk and I mean, if that's what you're into, go for it. But yeah, it's not my thing. Like, I don't want my girlfriend going to a club every week without me and having fun without me all the time, because then why the hell are we together, right? Now, to not let her go to the restaurant, like, what? Go out with her friends, stay at home all the time? Okay, that's messed up. There's gonna be some trust there, right? Like, you gotta trust each other. And if anything, for me, it's like, look, you go out there, you do whatever you want, knowing that I'm essentially the best guy for you, and I'm gonna be treating you the best. And I know that if you go with a different person, you're not gonna get what you have right now, so you won't do that. And if you do that, fuck it. I don't want to control anyone. If you do that, then see ya. On to the next one, right? But locking her, like, that, probably being controlling, that will make her want to actually cheat on you and want to make you essentially leave you. Having a healthy relationship is quite difficult, so there's a lot of work. And yeah, he's not helping by saying that shit like that.
Life for a man is harder than life for a woman. Most men live depressing lives. For most men out here, they can't even feel wanted. Their wife left them. They're invisible to women. Their kids don't talk to them. They're just not wanted. Society has huge burdens on men. We're supposed to be smart. We're supposed to be rich. Supposed to be interesting. Gotta have jokes, gotta have chat lines, right? Gotta be charming, gotta be cool, experiences, stories. We need to have a lot of shit to be an important man. To be a woman, you need makeup.
I got a message.
I mean, that's true. In a way, that's true. So it is hard for guys to, you know, there's pressure on guys. I guess you do need to have a job. You need to have a good income. You need to have your shit together. Now, if you're good looking and you're young, none of this matter. You could have a good time. Girls just want to, you know, kind of play with you like a toy and have fun. And that's not a problem. But as you get older, even if you're good looking, you need to be able to, like, provide and and be funny. That's important, but that's everything. Like if a girl is, actually it depends. If the girl is sexy, a lot of guys will put up with that. But if the guy is not funny, girls don't like that, right? So yeah, a lot of pressure on men. For women, it is just to be pretty and makeup. Yeah, in a way, that's actually kind of difficult for guys, because if you're an average girl, you could put on some makeup and be, one or two scores higher, right? It could be a 7 if you're a 5 normally. But if you're a guy, that's all you got. You can wear some nice clothes and look rich and shit, but that's about it. Your face not gonna change. So, yeah, it's hard for men. It's harder for men. I agree with that. It's harder for men than women. So let's go.
Message on Instagram, and it was from a young 17-year-old, and he said, "I'll do anything. I want to be mafia like you. Can we work together?" And I sat there and I said to Tristan, "Why does everyone think we're mafia? We're not mafia. Like, we don't run around with machine guns. I mean, obviously we have guns. Our house is full of machetes. Are we mafia?" Anyway, I don't think I'm mafia. So I said to Tristan, "Look, we're not mafia." Tristan goes, "Yes, we are." And I said, "Why?" He goes, "We're two huge fighting brothers with women naked on the internet who own casinos, who drive around Bucharest, Romania in over $2 million worth of fucking supercars. Everyone's afraid of us. And if anyone did piss us off at any point, even if we didn't want to fuck them up ourselves, we can make one phone call and they'd either be in a ditch or lose their any right to stay here. They'd have some visa issue and kicked out the country, or arrested for no reason and put in a jail cell for months at a time. We are basically as mafia as you can get." So I guess I'm mafia. I didn't mean to be. So I was sitting there going, well, I never intended on being an organized criminal. How do you end up being mafia? And I've concluded that if you are competent in every single sphere, you're going to be viewed as mafia. If you're a big, strong, smart, rich guy who's super well connected, how can you not be mafia? How can you not be when everyone wants to know you? Who doesn't want to know the kickboxing world champion who walks into the club with 20 big booty cuties? Everyone wants to know me. The mafia want to know me. So I don't need to be...
Okay, he's talking shit here, obviously. You can kind of tell, oh, you're mafia, big. Like, fuck, man. Like, you gotta be a little bit more humble, mate. Basically, there are some truth to that in terms of, like, if you've got money, power, well connected, you can kind of get pretty much anything that you want, and you can get it done as well. So that, I guess, let's see, Jeffrey Epstein, for example, mate, that is bigger than mafia. The guy was so powerful, he, let kind of court cases go away, and yeah, money and power and being connected, definitely advantages to that. And so there's some truth to that, but him being the mafia and shit, yeah, I mean, he's definitely more powerful now because he's got more money. But I don't know. I feel like he's just coming and he's gonna go in a few weeks, in a few months. No one's gonna talk about him anymore, and he will probably have less money. So yeah.
I don't need to be mafia if all my friends are mafia.
And also the idea of the first member of color in this family.
We all knew it was coming. It's the get out of jail free card of the modern world. Megan, you're lighter than me. Look at her face. She's white. She's basically white. Megan, no one looks at you and thinks black girl. Nobody. Don't try the black person card. If you're black and you're watching this, you should be very offended that this light-skinned woman is going to try and play the black card. I'm as victimized because I am a Negro. Look at your straight hair. If you're so black, season me some chicken, bitch. And when it comes back tasteless, bland, then we will know. We'll know conclusively. You ain't black. Stop saying it. You're a liar. And now she's adding race, because what happened is Oprah was starting to dig a bit.
Yeah, okay. Oh, I'm the woman of color. Yeah, she's more white than me, to be honest. So actually, I'm not white, so yeah, that makes sense. All right, so some of the comments. The dangerous thing about this egomania is more of what he says is true, but then he sprinkles in absolute insanity. That is exactly what I think. I think he says some crazy stuff, he says some good stuff, and he's just basically, he makes it hard for you to 100% hate him, because he's saying some true stuff, but he also says some crazy stuff in there just to make sure that he can go viral. And the fact that he's getting all these people creating all these different clips, that's what worked. That's what went. So he hacked the system. He hacked the algorithm. Look, it sounds like everybody knows basically what he's doing. He says some crazy shit, and he says some normal stuff, and he's trying to sell as many courses as possible. So there you got it. This is insane. Yeah, if you're, I would say don't follow what he says. I would never pay for a course by him. He's just playing the game. He is just playing the game of attention to get your attention and convert that into dollars. That's it. All right. Thanks for watching this video. See you in the next one.